Hey YouTube, TV Genie here. I'm going to review the Vampire Diaries season 4 episode 21. She's come undone. I think that's a very fitting title. Of course, they must be referring to. And from I heard that title, from it was released, I was thinking that something is going to occur with the whole torture scenario with Elena and Stefan and Damon. So when the episode started, the first thing that came into my head was that if anybody was going to crack between Damon and Stefan, I would think it would be Stefan, because I don't really think Stefan can stomach torturing Elena. Yes, we see by the end of the episode that he did actually torture her, but you could see that it was really affecting him. It possibly was affecting Damon too, but I think Damon has more control over that part of his emotions than Stefan does, and understandably so, because even if it's not for the sake of Elena, Stefan himself has gone through torture scenarios with Lexi, etc. So through that standpoint, and thinking about Elena going through that, you could see where it's hard for him to stomach it. In my opinion, he talks a good game, but I knew that it would affect him, and if it strung out any longer, he probably would have cracked and let her out or something. I thought for sure that Caroline had some master plan when she went to see Elena, but as we saw, whatever she was doing backfired horribly and didn't go in her favor at all. I was thinking, why didn't Damon get into her head and make her think that she was being tortured or something like that? Like what Lexi did to Stefan when he went into her mood to bring him back. Something like that might work on Elena. That's what I was thinking. The thing is, I'm not right about now. I probably should go and rewatch some episodes, but I'm not sure like how far Damon's powers can go in terms of getting his people head, like if he can make them think that they're being tortured or not. But if he could do that, I was thinking, why didn't they do that, and why didn't he, like, instead of at the end of the episode when they killed Matt, why didn't he make her think in her head that they killed Matt? You get what I'm getting at, people? But yeah, things work out the way they were supposed to work out. I think that Rebecca needs to learn that Matt is almost the epitome of what we call a good guy. So she couldn't really go around saying certain things to him without him seeing her as a somewhat evil person. Like, I know that in the back of his mind, he know that she's not like the whole core of evil, or just 100% evil. He know that there's still something in her, but the whole thing is that she can't expect him to not be pissed off at her when she says certain things, because, and the thing is that the way how she's been double crossed, you kind of can't see how she can say certain things and not think that it's going to hurt anybody or make anybody pissed off. I distinctly remember when Stefan and Elena first broke up, and I was discussing my views on the episode. In fact, I discussed my views on the episode in written form, and then I went on a rant on YouTube about the relationship of Stefan and Elena breaking up with Stefan, and Elena getting with Damon and all that. So I went through all that, and when I was discussing how it all went down, I remember I was told by some members of the group I'm a part of, Vampire Diaries Jamaica, as justification for their argument that Stefan was the one that broke up with Elena. Well, This episode and others, I'd say arguably, was just more proof of my point that all Stefan did was voice what she couldn't voice. He didn't want to break up. She's the one who wanted to break up, and you know, humanity switched off. Elena vocalized that point for us once again. You know, in my opinion, Julie Peck is just laying out the subtle hints as we go along. I also enjoyed Damon torturing Elena. You know, he managed to make it hilarious. I mean, anytime Damon is torturing anybody or fighting anybody, he makes it hilarious. Not to mention, I haven't liked Elena for a while now, as you guys would know. So I felt, you know, some satisfaction with her being tortured. I was like waiting around for human Elena to come back, and when I say human, I mean like not physically transforming into a human, but you know, the personality she had as a human. I know that she's a vampire now and things change, but I would think that the core of the person would be enhanced then. You know, that's what Stefan, what does Stefan always say? Heightened? Right, whatever is there before, it's heightened when you turn into a vampire. So I think all of the goodness and morality that human Elena had would, you know, be like times 10 in Vampire Elena. So I've been waiting for her to just become, you know, switch on back her humanity. It's kind of funny how pumped Caroline was about studying. I tried to remember if Caroline was always the nerdy type. I think she was, but I just found it kind of funny. And then Rebecca, I just found that Rebecca was really transparent in terms of math. She's always been, like, you can tell that she really likes math. The thing is, her problem is she doesn't know how to just be, because as I said earlier, she's been double-crossed so much in her life that she's learned, you know, she's kind of conditioned to not be such a nice person. When Klaus appeared to Caroline, in the back of my mind I was thinking that it was Silas. Like, in fact, I have to confess that anytime anybody randomly appears in an episode, in the back of my mind I was like, I wonder if this is Silas, I wonder if this is Silas. No. So like, when I saw Klaus, I already had in the back of my mind that this is most likely Silas. I just wanted, you know, it to be proven false, but it wasn't proven false. It turned out to be Silas. And I'm sure that Carla was pretty bummed about that, but we do see what she would have said if it was actually close. I'm really interested to know, before I go into about Bonnie, even though Carla would have said that to Klaus, I think that she doesn't mean what she says, because I know that Caroline really likes Klaus, whether she wants to admit it or not. I feel like she feels like if she admits the feelings that she has for Klaus, like just legit lay out everything, that should be like betraying her friends and her family and betraying Tyler. Which is true, but the thing is that you know, that saying, you don't choose who you love. I think that applies here. I'm interested to know what Bonnie has planned. You know, I'm liking Bonnie, like how she is now, you know, standing on her own 2 feet. You know, she isn't just playing around to everyone's whim like before. I think this is the first time that we've seen Bonnie like plotting something by herself. You know, she finally has the guts to do it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I guess if she has done it before, it wasn't as memorable as it is now. Stefan's idea to bring Catherine in to torture Elena seemed like a sound idea at its introduction. You know, when I thought about it, I was like, he's right that Catherine would most definitely kill Elena, but at the same time, I was thinking, did he consider that Elena would just think that they wouldn't allow Catherine to kill her? You know, let me correct myself. Elena would know that Damon and Stefan wouldn't allow Catherine to kill her, so I was just like, it was kind of like bringing her in for no reason, because it was the same effect as them so-called torturing her, because they're going to torture her but they're not going to kill her, and the whole fact is that she's not scared if she knows that she's not going to die. Right, so I just kind of waited for it to play out, and you know, we saw what happened, and then Silas did a number on Caroline. I know we've said it before, like that Caroline always seems to be the one who gets tortured when somebody needs to be tortured to get information. Well, you know, I know it's not every single time, but it happens a lot of times. And I'm thinking that by now she should have built up a strong threshold to all of this torture and pain. I commend Stefan and Damon though on fooling Elena that Damon killed Matt. Well, it was really good per se, but they made Matt wear the ring so he wouldn't actually die. Pity they didn't think of the idea sooner, in my opinion, because it made so much sense. But I was thinking also that how is Matt great study now? I mean, snap neck and all. Good thing they didn't kill off Caroline's mother, because I would have seen loads of issues with that. For one, it wouldn't be necessary to the plot to kill her. I think that it probably would have hurt it a bit, because they would have to introduce a new character to cover up all the supernatural activity. Second, it would be an unnecessary plotline to worry about when we still have Silas, Klaus, Bonnie, and Elena's newfound need to kill, Catherine right away to deal with. I'm still anxious to see Silas's messed up face. Though, as well, I just want to look. I know it's going to look nasty, but I just want to see how it looks properly. You know, not in the shadows. I'm really anxious about what Bonnie is planning, and I'm hoping that whatever it is, that it works out for the good of everyone. I don't think that Elena's plan to kill Catherine makes any sense right now. I mean, she pops out of her humanity of situation, and then the first thing she wants to do is try to kill Catherine. Like, I know that she said that, you know, she followed Stefan's advice to us, so that's why something, but does that affect her intelligence? In my opinion, why wouldn't she wait until after the other issues that are occurring, because I'm sure she didn't get memory loss too, to decide to kill Catherine? Like, the other issues are more pressing, and Catherine is the easiest person to kill. Let's face it. I mean, supernaturals way stronger and older than Elena have tried to get rid of Catherine, and they can't do it. So I don't know what Elena hopes to achieve. I'm really interested to see what happens next week. As we see, you know, Stefan did not leave Mystic Falls, and I kind of figured he wouldn't. But remember, Remember when he told Damon that as soon as they got Elena to switch back on her humanity, that he would leave them to be together, and no matter what Elena chose, and leave Mystic Falls, well, he stayed in Mystic Falls. So whether he's going to use the excuse that he's going to help them with Staros or whatever, I don't know, but he's still there. I guess Damon isn't trying to get rid of him either, but the fact is he's still there, so I still think, he can't give up on his relationship with Elena like that so quickly. So let's just see what happens next week. So that's the end of my review, guys. I hope you liked it, and if you did agree with my points or disagree, and just like my video if you like it, and subscribe to my channel. I have other videos or other review videos of other shows. Please check out the links in the description, and follow me on Twitter. I'll follow you back, as long as you're not a bot. I got a lot of bots following me for some reason. So yeah, bye guys, until next time.